Hi, Coach.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Going well.
I just need to ask you like 10 questions, and then we're
Okay.
good. All right.
Okay.
What do you think are the biggest root causes of gang violence in Oakland?
Oh, shit. Drugs?
Drugs. All right. During your career, how did gang culture in Oakland change from when you
Prostitution.
first started policing and when you
I don't know if
retired?
I don't know if gangs are involved in prostitution, but usually drugs, usually territory. It's usually about something they can make money on or not.
Oh, okay.
What moments or experiences affected you emotionally the most while dealing with gang violence?
Oh, probably well, gang violence or gangs in general. I think gang violence is there's usually, if they're really violent gangs. And I didn't work Oakland police. I worked San Leandro, but
Yeah.
there's always unintended consequences. Like there might be a target that they're trying to hurt, but they hurt someone else. They might be trying to hurt a gang member, and the bullet doesn't stop when it doesn't hit the gang member, and it goes and either hits someone else or hits a car or
Or a
I can tell you what
bystander.
happens in LA. I don't know if it happens in Oakland, but I'm assuming it does. And that is that a mother will hear gunshots out in front of her house. She'll know her son's involved in that kind of lifestyle. She'll go to the front window to see what's going on, and the bullet will go hit her and kill her. So it's the unintended consequences. I think emotionally, what got me the most was when I found out that mothers would put their babies to sleep in the tub so that they would have an extra level of protection from stray bullets.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you
Yeah.
think the community trusted the police when it came to gang related issues? Why or why not?
I think the community is frustrated when it comes to gang issues because they want more police. They feel helpless sometimes. They know what's up. The majority of the community members in Oakland love the police. They're just not going to come on the news and say that.
Yeah.
They love the police. They live behind, sometimes gated communities. They don't like having to have that level of protection, but needing those gates because the police can't be everywhere at once. I think there is trust. I also think that it only takes, it's like anything with trust, it only takes one bad event for trust to be lost, whether it's the police, whether it's anybody. It's only one bad event, and then the police lose their trust and they have to rebuild it. But I think by and large, most people that live in neighborhoods where there's gang members, and again, there's not as many as there used to be, are fearful, but they don't feel like they can do anything, and they have to rely on the police to help keep them safe. And the police are not always the best suited to prevent gangs from becoming gangs and gang violence. But most of the people that are suited, there's not enough funding for it. So, no mom says, "Oh, I got a new baby, I want them to become a gangster." That just doesn't happen. But it happens over time where they make one bad decision, they don't have success in school, they don't feel like they fit in anywhere else. So they fit in, when you're a teenager, when you're your guys' age, you want to fit into something. You guys fit into athletics. If I'm not into athletics and I'm not into anything else and I can make big money by slinging drugs on a corner, why wouldn't I? And be accepted by the people in that culture.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know that it's as prevalent as it used to be, but that's one of the issues.
Yeah. What role does poverty, schools, and family environments play in pushing young people towards gangs?
Oh, come on, 1,000%. 1,000%. They're all interconnected.
All of
Right?
them?
Family environment, you got parents that have to work, they're not at home like they would like to be with their kids. They don't have the resources to have their kids watched or looked after. Poverty, they're not feeding as much as they'd like to. They've got to fight what bill to pay and what not to build, what bill not to pay. It's not a really healthy thing. And then the kids don't have the success in school they should because they're hungry or because they don't have the after school support, homework support, parents helping them with their homework or with their studies.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
Were there any approaches or programs you saw that actually helped reduce violence or helped kids out of gangs?
Yep. The DARE program back in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
There was also another program called GREAT, gang resistance training. I forget what the acronym stood for, but it helped in, they started talking to kids in elementary school about their future and about success. I also think currently, at least in San Leandro, I think a little bit in Oakland too, there's the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Yeah.
They do a lot of after school enrichment activities and a lot of activities for kids that are positive.
How did gang violence impact innocent families and neighborhoods that were caught in the middle?
Oh, we just talked about
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
if you parents, you get the house, you want to live, you want to get a house, you want to get a place for your family to raise your family, but sometimes they feel like they're prisoners in their own homes when gangs took over or take over. Again, I don't think it's as bad now as it was in like the 80s and 90s with the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
But there's still violence on the streets, and it does impact. Even if you're not directly impacted by the violence, a bullet's not coming into your home. Just the news that something happens near your house, rocks your world. It shakes you. It makes you feel vulnerable and unprotected.
Yeah. Looking back, is there anything you wish law enforcement handled differently when responding to gangs and violence?
Oh, that's a great question. I think the key word there is responding. Law enforcement has always been seen as the reactive arm of government, of the executive branch of government, and rather than proactive. So looking back, I worked for a chief that said, we're going to pay for DARE. We're going to have two drug prevention and gang prevention officers in every elementary school. And I'd like to think it had some positive effect. Not all communities can afford that or can afford to take cops off the street to do that. So when you talk about law enforcement, if you're only talking about local police, I don't know what much more they can do other than have more educational programs, other than put money in families' pockets so that they can make sure their kids get a stronger education and stronger after-school benefits and don't have to work and don't have to worry about, do I pay PG this month or do I pay my rent? I don't know how law enforcement can do that. I think it's a social structure problem. But I think there's empathetic cops that tried. There's cops that were involved in Big Brother and Big Sister programs. There were some mentorship programs. I don't know what law enforcement in general could do differently. I will say that I think the biggest change in getting a better handle on gangs and gang violence has been technology and cell phones. Not a minute goes by now where parents don't know where their kids are.
Yeah. I relate.
Right.
I relate to that.
Yep.
What do you think most people misunderstand about gang members and the lives they live?
Ooh, I don't know. I think they missed the fact that going from being just a person, being a kid, being a young person, young adult, into a gang member, full gang member, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens incrementally. There's steps along the way before someone gets to the point where they've got a gun in their hand and they're going out to kill somebody else, or they're going out to go after another gang or the territory. It happens more incrementally than that. There's this socialization process that leads them into being more and more violent and thinking that it's okay.
All right, last question. If you could give one message to the young people in Oakland and San Leandro who are surrounded by gang culture today, what would it be?
And have a plan. My favorite quote in the world is, be the change you wish to see in the world. It's from Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. If you're proactively seeking to make yourself better, because everyone knows gangs are bad, everyone knows drugs are bad, but sometimes we forget, we lose our North Star of focusing on getting better, and then it's very easy to fall victim to those things that in the short term may seem better. So I would say be the change you wish to see in the world. If you want to see the world be a better place, be part of it.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Blue. That's it. That's all the questions we have for you. That
Hey,
helps.
I got a question for you. Who else are you guys interviewing?
Only you. We only have to interview one person.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Let me know what grade you get. I'll be around a little later in the week, but let me know what grade you get.
Okay, I'll let you know.
All right, guys.
All right.
See
Bye.
you, Mateo. All right, take care. Bye-bye. See you, Isaac.
See you.
That was Coach Blue.